Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, I have a new deck, my friends. This deck, some call it the Kipper. I call it the Kipper. So anyways, had a weird morning this morning and things are good. I thought I was going to run out of gas in the busiest intersection in town. Anyways, I'm here and I didn't. I'm going to do a reading for you. I'm going to use the Kipper. I'm going to use my Modern Spellcasters Tarot and my teeny tiny Everyday Witch Tarot Scorpio. Let's get started. All right, Scorps. We're going to do a 6-card spread with the Kipper. See what it has to say to you. They have been some really interesting messages. Surprisingly deep. I didn't suspect that. But, when I started getting into it, because it seems like very simple, like 1-2 words on these cards, and the artwork is fairly simple, but whoa, we get some interesting messages with this. Very interesting. So let's see what we have for you, Scorps. What do we have for Scorps? You have the courthouse, honey. It feels like a lot of people are getting like legal things in order. Courthouse. Pathway. You're on the pathway to the courthouse, honey. You've got a message of concern. Well, that's interesting. Courthouse, adjudication, pathway, mature woman. I'm here, right here, I'm hearing, like whatever this is for you, we're going to look into it more deeply. It's almost like this, like you come out of this much more mature on the other side than when you went into it. Message of concern. Oh my God. What the hell? Imprisonment. A gift. Maybe it's like a key and a cake. Okay, Scorpio, what's going on here? Have you guys been doing something really bad? Have y'all taken your little nickname with naughty with a dash of nice to an extreme here? All right, either this is you or this is somebody that you know. Okay, because the message of concern does come out here. And this message may not even be for you. Like, this is very specific. Sit back. Let's see. Get a cup of tea. See what this is going to be. Because I'll tell you right now, somebody here is on their way to the courthouse. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Because the message of concern underneath that is imprisonment. So it almost feels like somebody finds themselves on the wrong side of the law, or somebody finds themselves tied up because of the law. Message of concern. I just like the message of concern and imprisonment. It really, it feels like it could be, it could be you, like it could be you receiving a message and it's not exactly what you wanted or were hoping to hear. But there is a little bit of a feeling like, oh my God, this is happening to someone that like receiving this message. Could this be happening to a mature woman? That's the other question here. Because these are really, to me, well, let's just say the mature woman is the only, I would say, kind of like archetype that's here. Both the courthouse, like there's a person, but it's really talking about the courthouse. The adjudication is kind of in a way talking about the process of all of that. Message of concern, it does feel a little bit like someone is receiving this, but or it could be anybody receiving this. I feel like this is the pathway for some sort of mature woman in your life. So I don't know where this is going, but if this is you, I kind of feel like you're on the wrong path. Somebody's on the wrong path here. Let's see. It's interesting that you have gift at the bottom. I want to say be careful of anything that anybody might be gifting you. There's a lot of things that are running through my head with this. Like, don't don't you get caught with something that's actually stolen or from the black market or something like that. The other thing I'm seeing as well, if any of you are traveling, be careful that you're not bringing something back that you shouldn't. And also be careful that nobody has access to your bag. It's just, be careful. Like, really be careful. There's something about this gift here that feels like you could end up in a little bit of trouble about it. I'm also seeing like, okay, I'm seeing like money. Like if you've given somebody a gift of money, but you're trying to do that to avoid like a tax or something like that. Trying to shelter it. Yes, we all know that the government shelters their money really well and everybody who works for them. But, you know, if you're not on that side, just be careful. I'm just saying here. Yeah. Let's go into the tarot. This is such a specific message. It really does feel like it could be an older person in your life. Oh my gosh, look at this too, right? The devil on the split with the Page of Cups. Be careful. There could be somebody older in your life. If you are the older person and you are making decisions here that might be on the right or wrong side of the law, like you're kind of on the fence here, I would be really careful. It just doesn't feel like it's a good, it almost has that energy of, you know, there's sometimes you might get away with not putting that on your tax form, or other times you might get away with it. This is one of those times where you wouldn't get away with it. You know, I honestly feel like if you walked into, you know, with a group of friends, I'm almost seeing like teenagers or something, you know, walking into a convenience store or something like that, and 3 of your friends just grabbed something and ran out the door. You're standing there, you didn't grab anything, you're the one to get caught. It just feels like that, Scorpio. It feels like you need to be really, really diligent in terms of, you know, make sure you're signaling as you're turning. I'm also seeing as well, like if you are a minority of some sort and there's a tendency for people of your group to be targeted a little bit by the police, you know what? Make sure you're not speeding. I don't know. This just like be really careful. And watch what you're getting yourself involved in. If this is not you, this is some sort of mature woman in your life. She's making some bad decisions and choices. Very bad. I mean, imprisonment doesn't have to be going to prison. It kind of feels like it does when we're talking about courthouse adjudication. But I want to say, you know, maybe it's not jail. Maybe it's some sort of a fine. And this fine, like this imprisonment, it limits you greatly to what you have the capacity to do moving forward. And it feels like, you know, time stands still in that. Did I split it? I don't know if I split the deck yet. Just the pathway of butterflies. Somebody could be trying to tell you something too. You know, this is all good. This will be fine. Don't worry about it. Courthouse. Wow. Some sort of final decision at the courthouse. Adjudication. The 9 of Pentacles. Somebody might be trying to free themselves from something. Pathway. The Empress. This could be your mom. Mature woman. Lovers. Interesting, interesting. This could be a partner. Message of concern. The 4 of Pentacles. There you go. There's that feeling, that kind of, you know, imprisonment is a little bit like, if I was going to put a tarot card to it, the 4 of Pentacles, the devil maybe as well. Imprisonment. The 5 of Swords. Somebody getting out of jail free card, honey. Jeez. Look at. Are you glad you stuck around to see where it was going? Y'all just gonna pass go and collect your $200. Somebody's getting out of jail. I'll tell you that right now. For whoever that's for, it's probably only like a small handful of people, but somebody getting out of jail, honey. Somebody's getting out of jail, Scorpio. Don't know if it's you, because I don't know if you can watch me from prison, but if it's somebody close to you, if it's a mother, you have the Empress, the mature woman, a pathway here. If this isn't actual imprisonment, which I'm keeping my fingers crossed for everybody, because that's just not good. That's not good, and I can't imagine I wouldn't want to. If somebody has been stuck, we're talking stuck here with the Four of Pentacles and imprisonment, somebody is putting the key in the cake. Somebody putting the key in the cake, Scorpio. There's a key going in the cake and somebody getting out. Oh my goodness. With courthouse adjudication and the Nine of Pentacles and the Death card, this could be somebody trying to bring an end to something that is tying them up, that is not allowing them to have their own sovereignty in a sense as well. You know, you could be, even you or somebody could be trapped in, it could be a work agreement. There could be something, even also getting, you know, that travel thing is coming back in as well. So I don't know if some of you, if anyone's watching who has been trying to get your citizenship somewhere, or landed immigrancy or something like that, and you've been kind of tied, your hands have been tied, you haven't had work options because you didn't have the paperwork that you needed, that is coming through. I mean, I don't know when, don't have times with the tarot, but we'll see where this goes. I'm going to continue to develop this with the teeny tiny tarot. But it definitely is something here that's coming to an end. I want to say too, even maybe there's something that you're going to be dealing with in court, but because the Death card is here, maybe this won't even have to be dealt with in court. Maybe this is something that will get resolved outside of court. If you do have to go to court, that feels like perhaps only one time, because the Death card is here, and there you are, Scorpio too, right? So wow, this is weird though. This has a strange feeling like some of you, either this is your mother, or either your mother, somebody could be an older sister, an aunt, somebody that you're close to. And you know, it doesn't have to be a woman. These cards seem to be very specific though with gender, so perhaps it is. It could be somebody that you have you have feelings for as well with the Lovers here, and you've been waiting for them to be freed from something difficult, because that's the Five of Swords is cutting this out. It's cutting it out. Oh, you have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon and the Six of Cups at the bottom. Wow, lots of powerful, like, spiritual energy here with the High Priestess and the Moon, and surrounding the Queen of Pentacles with that. And then the Six of Cups. That's actually, the Five and Six of Cups are also Scorpio cards. Soulmate. I think we're talking about a soulmate for you. There could be cross watchers coming in as well. And Scorpio's tied up in something. And I feel like that. So isn't that, that's why the tarot's important. We got to get the facts straight here, right? Yeah. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles too, this could be a partner, could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, wife. Yeah, I feel like a path is changing. Right, because you have pathway here of the Empress, mature woman, and Lovers. But like the Death card comes in at the courthouse. Or something is happening here. You see, this also looks like a pathway that's been blocked to me. Like someone is blocking this pathway, but it almost looks like in some way he's trying to catch the squirrel. Oh, there's too much going on here. There could be someone that's got too much going on as well, and they're really tied up in this, but gosh, like it really seems like some sort of litigation or like legal stuff with courthouse adjudication. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Could be careful planning. You got to bake just the right cake, just the right key to go into the cake. The young people know about that. I bet you if I mentioned that to my son, he'd be like, why would you put a key in a cake? I think he used to be able to bring gifts like that to prison inmates. So maybe that was just Hollywood. And you put a key in it so they can get themselves out. Courthouse and the death card. Courthouse and the death card, Scorpio. The Three of Swords. Wow. Gosh. You know, whatever this imprisonment signifies, it could be a great deal of distance between you and someone else based on some sort of legal problem here. And again, it could be something to do with borders, trying to see someone, whether it could be marriage related, it could be property related, it could be work related, you know, all the things that come into alignment with legal things. But this is I would say a heartbreaking path up to the point here where things are about to change. And because that was the one thing I thought was curious. It's almost like, is somebody trying to convince you that this path is really, really good? Because it looks like it leads to imprisonment. Because this pathway looks good. It's sunny, it's bright, it's coming out of the darkness, there's butterflies, there's a rebirth, opportunity. And to get the Empress, it seems like, well, damn, it seems like it probably is a pretty good path. I almost feel like something is shifting. Like just sitting in your reading and with these cards, it's as if there was a path here. And I want to say too, almost like this energy, this individual, this situation was blocking the path. You know, almost has a feeling of like a bully. Getting a bully blocking a path. And it's kind of funny. This whole thing is playing out in my head here. Like, obviously, the most obvious place for me to think of that, really, is like a schoolyard. And I just think because bullying can become much more sophisticated as adults, so to keep it as a very simple storyline, it's like this bully has always been stopping someone from going to a particular area of the playground. But nobody could ever see it happen. You know, nobody ever saw it happen. So it was almost like the bully was able to get away with it, or the bully knew how to work this system, or the bully always knew when the teacher went behind the portable or somewhere. And this point, it feels like the bully is seen, right? It's like the right person sees the bully and it stops it. Adjudication and the Nine of Pentacles. Chariot and the Five of Cups. Look at, it's like, again, because we're getting a pathway and wanting to go in this direction, but looking back, I can't. The pathway is blocked. I can't. The pathway is blocked. And the Five of Cups, you know, feeling really disappointed about that. Not today. I can't do it today. It's not going to happen today. I also want to say, whatever this is, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily, you come out of there going, all right, yeah, this is awesome. There's still some degree of emotional disappointment that's involved with this. The Three of Swords, right? The Three of Swords, the Five of Cups. Pathway to the Empress, I'm going to call that. Pathway to the Empress. The Six of Swords, there you go, on your way. The Two of Wands. The Ten of Swords. There's going to have to be a major transformation on this pathway. I mean, we have butterflies all over it. This has a little bit of a feeling of somebody's going down a pathway. I would describe it as well as perhaps losing some level of status or social identity, because the Empress is she is all the queens in the tarot, right? And you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is symbolizing like sovereignty, individuality, financial, physical ownership of self. And you have the Queen of Pentacles as the underline. So there is a feeling of like something changing here. This Empress, and too, if somebody has actually been in prison, is probably going to affect a lot of things in terms of your status moving forward. Mature woman, Lovers. Two of Swords, Four of Cups. So that just has this feeling of not being able to reach someone. Not being able to reach someone in the way that you would like, not knowing the way to do it, not having a way forward, and feeling like, I feel like this is just a missed opportunity. Like this is something that just, no. Maybe even the feeling of missing opportunities because of something that you've been tied up in, or someone that you know that has been tied up in something here. I'm just getting here like just throwing it on the wall and seeing what sticks. And not getting a lot of things sticking. But yeah, this one has hit the bullseye in this card. So Four of Pentacles, a message of concern. Four of Pentacles and message of concern. Where the hell did that go? Oh my God. The Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Oh, it feels like this has been something to, I don't know, somebody's been waiting a long time for this. Somebody, you might even be knowing someone. I can't, I'm going to say knowing because I don't imagine that you can watch, I don't know, YouTube in prison. I don't know. Maybe you can. Let me know in the comments if you're watching me from prison. But, it has to feel like maybe somebody's going to get probation as well. Maybe someone could get early probation in something. I'm also hearing the word probate as I'm saying that as well too. So maybe that is relevant to someone here as well. I'm also hearing if there's someone that you're close with who was wrongfully imprisoned about something, this is a gift, like something coming through here and releasing them. This person has lost some level of status, and it does feel like community status and even their own sense of who they are. I mean, to go from the Empress and to move away from that and, in a way have to start building your dreams again, and the Ten of Swords. This almost feels like, this is really starting from scratch. Dreams, what were those? It's kind of how that would feel. Imprisonment, the Five of Swords. Anyway, you need to get out of this. This is how you get out of it. The Sun. Holy shit me. The Sun. The Five of Wands. And the Five of Pentacles. What a combination. This just feels like anything would be better than here. That feels like. It's almost like this imprisonment, to get out of it, just face whatever disagreements, arguments, and just get out of it. Like the Five of Pentacles, just get yourself out of there. But the Sun, it just feels like, well, that would be that's the road to happiness. And isn't that funny? Because the High Priestess and the Moon are here. It has the kind of feeling too, like, this path has been blocked by the bully. And it looks like the only viable path. Because there's another path over here. And there's all these little goblins. And there's like a cold, harsh wind that comes through in there. It just doesn't look like a place that you would want to go. And it's almost as if you realize that's the only way to get past whatever this is. It certainly does feel like, God, with all these fives too. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. And then over here you have the 5 of Cups. So that's something that feels like, it's all the fives. Like, yeah, this energy can't continue like this. It's crazy. It's like being in the worst possible scenario. And all of a sudden, everything changes. Like, what the hell happened? How is that possible? How does everything all of a sudden change? Really, really dramatic change over here, Scorpio. What's this gift? Gift. Yeah, I think I was reading too, where they, the Death card, an ending, the 8 of Swords, an end to being trapped. Was it, in the U.S., were they gonna, you know, term again, my brain is just totally, my whole thing with the gas, I thought I was gonna run out of gas today, it just stressed me out. And I have the little countdown on my car, like 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers. I'll tell you at the end what happened, but a pardon for people that have been at the possession of marijuana, I think, small amounts of personal possession. And I don't know, like, it could be something like this here for you, or somebody that you know. Like, it just feels like to me, that's almost like a gift. Like, you wouldn't expect that you're getting a pardon, which could change quite a few things for you, I'm sure, in terms of work and travel and whatnot. Maybe even voting. I had read somewhere that if you have, if you've been convicted of something in the U.S., you can never vote. That's really ridiculous. That is really ridiculous. If you've served your time, you've done your penance, whatever it is, you're still a citizen. You should still have rights. I don't know. Anyways, I read that somewhere. I don't know if that's true. The High Priestess, which is also quite interesting because minorities more than anyone are often arrested. So let's not let them vote. Anyways, let's get into that. High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength card, and the Ace of Swords. This is a dramatic change. This is, almost feels like a tornado comes through with the Strength card. It feels like things could happen quite quickly here. Honestly, to goodness, Scorpio, if there's someone that you know that's in prison, it feels like you're sitting here today going, oh, Cindy, they're not out. They're not coming out. They're not coming out for another 5 years. I don't know what it is. There's something. Maybe it's not going to happen in the next couple of months, but whenever it happens, it's like you get the notice and then within a week they're out. Wow. How did that happen? The Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Wow, there's a lot of love here. This is a very stable, loving connection. And to have the water and the earth, those two energies go together so well. The earth provides the vessel to hold the water, and the water moisturizes the earth. Not what I wanted to say, but that's the word that came. There you go. The Moon card. Page of Wands. I'm telling you, a message. There's a message of change that, gosh, you just don't see it. Really. The Six of Cups. It's very nostalgic, very soulmate energy. Finding the inner child after a period of fear and difficulty. You have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. And it's almost like a hidden drive. Some sort of hidden drive here that exists. The Hanged Man, the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, isn't that interesting, right? There's this Empress here. But it's like losing Empress status in some capacity. So a little bit like an emperor coming up with a plan that might involve legal, right? With the King of Swords and the Hangman. Could be looking at something differently. Could be looking at a particular law from a different angle. Might be something that might be worth doing. And the Emperor too. It does, again, there's kind of that feeling here of a possible pardon for some of you or someone that you know. So I'm going to go do the extended, Scorpio. And in the extended, I'm going to continue to pull out cards. I'm going to have a different tarot deck. I'm going to keep using the Kippa see where that goes. All right. So I'll tell you my story this morning. It kind of starts yesterday. It started yesterday. I went out. Or did it start yesterday? No, I didn't go anywhere yet. Saturday. Start Saturday. Today's Monday as I'm recording this. And I needed to get some groceries. I don't know why. Like, why do I go to the grocery store on a weekend? Why would I even leave the house? It's just it's like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Why do I need another dog bed? Because the dog and the cat. Of course, nobody's up here now using either one of them. But anyways, so I thought, well, I'll go get some groceries. So I went and I did those things, and my car was on empty. And I thought, well, I need to get laundry detergent. I need to get OxyClean. And I go to Costco to get that stuff because it's so cheap and it's giant. I thought, I'm going to wait till Monday morning. Kid goes to school. I'm going to go to Costco. I'm going to fill up the car. Going to get my laundry detergent. Come back. Fucking school bus didn't come this morning. The school bus didn't come this morning. So I'm like, I'm talking to a lady on the corner with a dog that's like so hyperactive, and she's like just so distraught because her husband and the kids wanted the dog, but they're all gone all day, and she's this crazy dog. And I'm like, the school bus is not coming. The bell rings in 5 minutes. The school bus should have come like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. So I hollered to myself, like, come on, God, I have to drive you. Skip in the car, and I get in the car, I'm like, oh, it's on empty. Shit. I had everything planned that Monday morning, the next time I got in my car, it would be driving to Costco, right? It showed that I had like 17 kilometers worth of gas in my car. Or no, maybe it was 20. By the time, I'm learning this too. Turning your car on used up a lot of gas. So I think when I parked it Saturday afternoon, I had 20 kilometers. Costco's like 6.5, maybe 7 kilometers from where I am. So I drive him into school. I park, turn the car off. I need to take little Lily for her walkies over there because she didn't do it here. So do that. I run into my Pisces friend, which was really nice too. They slept in, missed the school bus, drove in. Got to talk with her, took the little Lily dog for a walk, brought her back to the car, get in, and start driving home like, man, I've quite a bit less gas than I had before. I think it was down to 13 kilometers. I could go 13 kilometers. And I'm kind of calculating and thinking, I think I used a lot of gas turning the car on and off this morning. So I drive in, and instead of backing into the garage, I pull in and I leave it running because I have to give Lily her greenie and I really have to pee. I'm thinking, if I turn the car on and off again, I don't think I'm going to get to Costco. So this is me. This is me in the morning. And my plans went awry because of the school bus to come by. So I quickly give the dog a greenie. I say hi to the cat. I go pee. I run out the door. I wash my hands. I run out the door and I get in the car and I'm driving. And I'm hitting every goddamn red light between here and there. And I'm watching the kilometers go down. And I'm stopped at the light and I'm checking how much further to Costco. I'm like, I have 2 kilometers to spare of gas to get to Costco. But there are gas stations like all over. This is to save 3 cents on a liter. So I'm driving and I'm thinking to myself, it's going to be too tight. Just pull into the Esso, put $5 in, Cindy. I should have put 10, but now I know. Because gas is no longer like, I don't even remember what it used to be, $1.10. No, maybe I'm thinking about my childhood. It was like $1.61.9 per liter. So I pull in, I'm like, I'll go $5, that'll get me to Costco. So I put it in. And I get in the car and I start driving away. I have 1 kilometer less of gas than I had when I pulled into the gas station. I thought, oh no, it's because I turned the car on and off. It was just like, I was such an idiot. I was just like such an idiot this morning. So I'm driving, I'm thinking, okay, just pull in, there's a gas station, because then I have to turn down this main road to get to Costco. It's about 5 kilometers or 4, I don't even know anymore. I think 4 kilometers down that road after I make a left-hand turn. Just full of the gas station I was going to pull into is full of school buses. Full of them. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even pull in. Like, what is happening? So I get into the left-hand turn lane and it's just tons of cars. I'm sitting there, so I put my car in park. I won't dare turn it off. Thinking, okay, if I put it in park, maybe I'll use less gas. You'd think I was in the middle of nowhere, like trying not to run out of gas. It was just like buffoonery. So I'm driving and I'm going down a big hill. I'm just coasting, like people are passing me. I'm like, but it's honestly, it's a 70 zone. I'm doing 69. So I'm just like coasting down the hill. I just gently using a bit of gas going up the hill. 2 kilometers. It's telling me I got 2 kilometers to go. I'm thinking, I think Costco's 2.5. I think it's 2.5 from here. So I get to, there's one more main intersection. And on the other side is Costco. And it's a big intersection. It's a very big intersection. And there's a gas station like over here, but I'm in the far left. It's like two lanes going east and 2 lanes going west. So it's 4-lane road at that point. Not including the, actually there's probably a middle part for turning into plazas and stuff. It's big. It's big and it's busy. There's so many cars. There's trucks. And it says 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer worth of gas as I'm approaching this intersection that's backed up with cars all stopped at the red light. I'm thinking, I'm going to run out of gas in the middle of this intersection. No, I can't. That would be horrible. I would just probably sit there and cry. That's it. I'm done. Everyone go around me. I can't deal with this. So I thought, just go into that. There's a gas station right there. So I have to like weave through transport trucks. And then I got in there and I just filled it up. Just filled it up. And then I went to Costco. Shopping for the laundry detergent. And isn't that crazy? That was my morning. It was so stressful. And now I know. You know what? Don't put $5 worth of gas in your car thinking it's going to add a couple more kilometers to your trip, because that $5 was literally what he's turning the car on and off. So yeah, I don't often have adventures like that, but I do sometimes, and I guess I was due for one. So that's that, Scorpio. For those of you that are still here, congratulations on whatever this is going to be for you. Cutting something out. No matter how you got to cut it out in some way, you know, or somebody that you know. So thanks so much, Scorpio. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.